God moves in ways unseen, yet his hand is always guiding, always preparing, always shaping the path for those who trust. When the soul is ready, the blessing appears, not as a sudden miracle, but as the natural unfolding of faith. The signs are there, speaking in whispers to the heart, revealing that what you have long sought is already on its way. Vive a propaganda, exempla impossibile. A shift begins within you, subtle yet undeniable. The desires that once felt distant now stir with a newfound certainty. You no longer question whether they will come to pass. You feel them as though they are already yours. The old self, burdened with doubt, begins to fade, replaced by an awareness that what you seek is not separate from you. It has always been within, waiting for the right moment to manifest. The world around you starts to rearrange itself in ways that defy logic. People come into your life offering words, opportunities, or wisdom that seem divinely placed. The very air around you hums with expectancy, as if creation itself is leaning in, waiting for you to recognize that what is yours has already been given. Doors that once remained shut begin to open, and even the closed ones no longer trouble you, for you know they were never meant for you in the first place. There is a shedding, a release, a divine pruning that takes place. You may find yourself letting go of habits, relationships, or beliefs that no longer serve you. It is not loss, but preparation. A vessel must be emptied before it can be filled. If God is removing, he is making space for something far greater. The discomfort is not punishment, it is refinement. Like gold in the fire, you are being purified for the life that awaits. A deep stillness settles in your soul, a peace that surpasses all understanding. Even in the face of obstacles, there is no panic, no desperation. Instead, a quiet knowing takes hold. You no longer chase after what is already yours. The struggle ceases because you have surrendered to divine timing. You walk in faith, not because you see, but because you know. In moments of solitude, the voice within grows stronger. It does not scream, it does not demand. It simply speaks in a way that only the heart can understand. It assures you that you are not forgotten, not abandoned. The very trials that once seemed unbearable now reveal themselves as preparation. Every challenge, every delay, every detour was never meant to break you, but to position you. The blessing was never denied, it was only delayed until you were truly ready to receive it. Now to look back. The final sign is gratitude, not for what is coming, but for what already is. You begin to rejoice as though the promise has been fulfilled. You see abundance where the world sees lack. You give thanks not because you hope, but because you are certain. And in that certainty, in that unwavering trust, the blessing arrives. Not as something external, but as a reflection of the transformation that has already taken place within. The signs of divine preparation are all around you, often hidden in the fabric of everyday life, like a gentle nudge from within urging you to pay attention. They speak in quiet tones, in the soft murmur of your thoughts, in the stillness of your heart. If you are willing to listen, truly listen, you will hear these signs calling you forward, guiding you toward a destiny that has been waiting for you all along. The path you walk may not always be clear, but there is an undeniable pull, a force within you that knows where to go, even when your mind may be unsure. Trust in that knowing. Trust that you are being prepared for something greater, something that transcends anything you have known before. As you journey through life, there comes a time when you begin to notice the subtle shift taking place within you. It is as if the very essence of your being begins to align with something larger, something divine. This is one of the first signs that God is preparing you for a blessing. The desires that once felt distant now seem to burn with a sense of urgency. You feel an inner call, a beckoning that speaks to the deepest part of who you are. You may not know exactly what the blessing will look like, but you can feel its presence drawing nearer with each passing day. This is the moment when you begin to realize that the path you are walking is not random, but divinely orchestrated. The changes within you are often subtle, but they are unmistakable. Your thinking begins to shift. The limiting beliefs that once held you back, the doubts that clouded your mind start to fade. You begin to see the world differently, through eyes of possibility and hope. It is as though a veil has been lifted, and you are now able to perceive the infinite potential that surrounds you. The person you were yesterday is not the person you are today. You are evolving, growing, expanding in ways that are preparing you for the life that is about to unfold. As you begin to embrace this transformation, you may notice that certain things from your past start to fall away. Old relationships, outdated habits, and unproductive patterns of thought no longer hold the same power over you. There is a gentle releasing that takes place, a letting go that feels more like freedom than loss. This is another sign that God is preparing you for a blessing. The shedding of the old makes room for the new. The space you create in your life is not empty. It is filled with the potential of all that is yet to come. The process of letting go is not always easy. There may be moments of doubt, moments of fear as you wonder what will happen when you no longer hold on to the things that have defined you. But in these moments, trust that you are being guided. The divine hand is at work, gently nudging you forward, encouraging you to step into the unknown. The blessings that are coming your way require that you be free, unencumbered by the weight of the past. As you release, you make way for the new, for the abundance that is waiting to manifest in your life. There may be moments of uncertainty along the way. You may wonder if you are on the right path, if the changes you are experiencing are leading you in the right direction. This is natural. The journey of faith is not one that is always clear or easy to navigate. There are times when the road ahead appears foggy, when the answers seem elusive, but in these moments remember that faith is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting in the process. The signs may not always be obvious, but they are there, guiding you, leading you, even when you cannot see them. It is also in these moments of uncertainty that the divine timing of your blessing becomes evident. You may find that things begin to fall into place in ways that seem miraculous. People appear in your life at just the right moment, offering guidance, support, or opportunities that seem too perfect to be coincidental. Doors that were once closed begin to open, and doors that no longer serve you gently close, leading you toward new opportunities and experiences. But you have to consider some things in the process. It is more difficult to force peace than it is to foresee peace itself. This is the divine orchestration at work. The timing of your blessing is not random. It is perfectly designed to unfold in the right moment, at the right time. And in that moment you will know, you will feel the presence of your blessing drawing near, and you will understand that everything that has happened in your life up to this point has been preparing you for this moment. As you continue on this journey, you may notice that the challenges you face begin to feel different. What once seemed like obstacles now feel like stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your blessing. The difficulties you encounter are not meant to break you, but to strengthen you, to refine you, and to prepare you for the greater good that is on its way. Each trial you face is a part of the process, a necessary part of your transformation. What's happening in your life now? You may not understand why certain things happen, but trust that they are all part of the divine plan, leading you toward the fulfillment of your highest good. And as you walk this path, you begin to notice a shift in your emotions. The peace you once sought outside of yourself now begins to rise from within. There is a deep sense of stillness, of calm, that washes over you. Even in the midst of chaos or uncertainty, you remain grounded. The external world may change, but your inner peace remains unwavering. This is a sign that you are being prepared for something great. Peace is the foundation upon which blessings are built. When you are at peace with yourself and with the world around you, you are open to receiving all that the divine has in store for you. One of the most powerful signs that God is preparing you for a blessing is the sense of gratitude that begins to flow through you. You may start to feel thankful for everything in your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You understand that each experience has contributed to your growth, that each moment has played a role in shaping you into the person you are today. This gratitude is not simply for the blessings that have already come into your life, but for the blessings that are on their way. It is the knowing that all that you have asked for is already on its way, even if you cannot yet see it. Gratitude opens the door to receiving. The more thankful you are for what you have, the more you make room for what is to come. It is in this space of peace, trust, and gratitude that the final sign reveals itself. The blessing arrives not as a sudden dramatic event, but as a natural unfolding of everything that has come before. It is the manifestation of all that you have believed, all that you have visualized, and all that you have worked toward. It arrives when you are ready, not just when your circumstances have changed, but when you, as a person, have changed. You are no longer the person who asked for the blessing, you are the person who is now able to receive it. The blessing is not something that is given to you from the outside, but something that comes from within, as a reflection of your own growth, transformation, and alignment with the divine. And when it comes, you will know. You will recognize it, not as something new, but as something that has always been yours, waiting for the right moment to manifest. You will understand that the blessing was never something separate from you, but a natural expression of who you have become. It will feel like home, because it is. The divine has always known what you need, and in this moment you will see that it has been preparing you all along. As you continue to move forward in life, walking this path of divine preparation, the signs continue to unfold, sometimes in the most unexpected ways. You may not always understand the full picture, but each step you take brings you closer to a deeper understanding of the divine order that governs your life. The signs that God is preparing you for a blessing are often subtle, yet they are undeniable once you begin to recognize them. The more you become aware of these signs, the more you will understand that everything is working together for your highest good, even in moments when it may not seem so. In the quiet moments, when the world around you is still, you may feel a deep sense of clarity that wasn't there before. It is as if a fog has lifted, and you can now see the path ahead more clearly. This clarity is not something that comes from external circumstances, but from within your own soul. It is the guidance of the Holy Spirit, showing you the way, illuminating the path that leads you toward your blessing. This clarity may come in the form of an inner knowing, a sense that something significant is about to happen, or a sudden shift in perspective that allows you to see your circumstances in a new light. The fog that once clouded your vision has now lifted, and you can see the blessing on the horizon. It is important to remember that the path to receiving your blessing is not always a straight line. There will be twists and turns, detours and delays, moments of doubt and uncertainty. These moments are not signs that you are off course. Rather, they are a part of the process of refinement. Every experience, whether it is perceived as positive or negative, is a part of your preparation. The struggles you face, the obstacles you encounter, are the very things that are shaping you into the person you need to be to fully receive the blessing that awaits. It is easy to become discouraged when things don't seem to be going the way you want, but remember that God is working in the background, orchestrating everything in perfect timing. The delays are not denials, they are divine redirections. Sometimes, when you feel lost or uncertain, you may be tempted to give up, to stop believing that your blessing will come. But in these moments, it is essential to hold on to the truth that God is never late. His timing is always perfect. Trust in the process, even when it seems like things are not unfolding as you expect. The signs may not always be as clear as you want them to be, but the more you tune into the whispers of your soul, the more you will recognize that everything is working together for your good. There may also be times when you feel like you are being tested, as if you are being pushed to your limits. These tests are not meant to break you, but to strengthen you. God does not send challenges to harm you. He sends them to prepare you for the greatness that is to come. These challenges are opportunities for growth, for deepening your faith, and for aligning you more closely with the divine will. The tests you face are not random. They are perfectly designed to equip you with the tools and wisdom you need to handle the blessings that are about to manifest in your life. Trust that each challenge is a part of the divine preparation, a stepping stone on your way to receiving the abundance that is waiting for you. When you look back on your life, you will see that every experience, every hardship, every triumph, and every setback has been a part of this divine preparation. Each piece of the puzzle fits together perfectly, even when you couldn't see how. The journey has not always been easy, but it has been necessary. You are not the same person you were when you started. You have grown. You have learnt. You have become more aligned with the divine purpose for your life. Book 5. The blessing that is coming to you is not just the result of your desires, but the culmination of all the work, the growth, and the transformation that you have undergone. There is a certain peace that comes with knowing that everything is working out in its own time. When you reach this place of peace, you will realize that you no longer need to force things to happen. You no longer need to chase after what is meant to be yours. The blessing will come to you naturally, as the fruit of your labor and your faith. Your role is not to make it happen, but to be in a state of readiness to receive it. The divine is already at work, and when the time is right, the blessing will manifest. It may not come in the form you expect, but it will come, and it will be exactly what you need. Another sign that God is preparing you for a blessing is the way your heart begins to open. You may find that you are more compassionate, more understanding, and more willing to give. As you prepare to receive the abundance that is coming your way, you also begin to embody that abundance in your interactions with others. The more you give, the more you open yourself up to receiving. The blessing is not just for you, it is meant to be shared with those around you. You will find that as you begin to give from a place of abundance, the universe responds in kind, showering you with even more than you could have imagined. This shift in your heart may also bring a greater sense of gratitude, not only for the blessings that are on the way, but for everything you already have. You may find that the little things in life, once overlooked, now bring you joy. The simple act of being alive, of breathing, of experiencing the beauty of the world around you, becomes a source of immense gratitude. This gratitude is a powerful force that magnetizes your blessings to you. The more grateful you are, the more you will receive, because gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to abundance. As you continue to walk this path, you may find that your desires become more refined, more aligned with your true purpose. What you once thought you wanted may no longer hold the same appeal. Instead, you begin to desire things that are in harmony with your soul's deepest calling. Your heart's desires are no longer driven by ego or external expectations, but by a deep sense of inner knowing. You are no longer chasing after fleeting pleasures or temporary rewards. You begin to chase through the veil of idiosyncrasies of your mind and thence abundant life, which is the unification that ends up being the key to eternal flow. Instead, you are in pursuit of something far greater, something that aligns with the divine plan for your life. This shift in desire is a clear sign that you are being prepared for a blessing that is not just about material gain, but about spiritual growth, fulfillment, and alignment with your highest good. The more you align with your true purpose, the more you will see the world around you begin to shift. The people, the circumstances, the opportunities that come your way will all in alignment with your divine calling. Blessing that is coming to you is when you are in alignment, everything falls into place effortlessly. You no longer have to struggle or force things to happen. The blessing will come to you, and you will recognize it because it will feel like home, like something that was always meant to be yours. And so as you continue to walk this path, trust in the process. Know that everything is working together for your good. The signs are all around you, leading you forward, guiding you toward the blessing that is waiting for you. Trust in the divine timing and know that the best is yet to come. You are being prepared for something great, something beyond what you can imagine. Stay open, stay receptive, and watch as the blessing unfolds in your life. You are ready, and it is coming. The process of divine preparation may often seem like a slow and subtle unfolding, but in truth it is happening at precisely the right pace. You might find yourself yearning for the blessing, desiring the change, or hoping for the manifestation. Yet, there's a divine rhythm in which the blessings arrive at the moment when you are truly ready to receive them. The divine timing of your life is always perfect, even when it appears that nothing is happening. During this period of preparation, trust is your most powerful ally. Trust that everything is working out as it should, and that every experience, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is an integral part of your growth. As you wait, you may feel moments of impatience. You may wonder why it seems that others around you are receiving their blessings while you are still in the waiting period. However, each person's journey is unique. What is meant for someone else is not meant for you, and vice versa. What you are being prepared for is your own divine blessing, and no one can rush that process for you. The more you focus on your own path, the more you embrace the quiet and invisible workings of the divine, the more you will notice the incredible signs of transformation. In this waiting period, you will also notice that your inner world begins to shift in profound ways. The fear and self-doubt that may have once clouded your thinking are slowly being replaced with a deep sense of inner peace and confidence. You are beginning to recognize the power within you, the divine essence that has always resided inside your soul. It is in these moments when you start to realize that you are not at the mercy of life's circumstances, but instead you are a co-creator with the divine. You have always had the power to shape your life. And as you move forward in your preparation, you are reconnecting with that power. The signs that God is preparing you for a blessing often come in the form of synchronicities. Those unexpected moments when everything falls into place as if guided by an unseen hand. A chance meeting, an unexpected opportunity, or a sudden inspiration may appear at precisely the right moment, pushing you closer to the fulfillment of your desires. These moments are not coincidences, they are divine nudges, gently directing you toward your true purpose. When you recognize these synchronicities, it is a sign that the divine is actively involved in your life and is preparing you for the manifestation of your blessings. The more you pay attention to these signs, the more you will see them unfolding in your daily life. Another sign that God is preparing you for a blessing is the feeling of renewal. There may be periods of time where you feel like you are shedding old layers of your being, letting go of beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. This is often accompanied by a sense of lightness, as if the burdens of the past are being lifted from your shoulders. This process of renewal is essential for your growth. It is not a punishment or a sign that something is wrong. Rather, it is an invitation to step into a higher version of yourself. Letting go of the old makes space for the new, and as you release the past, you open yourself up to the possibilities that lie ahead. In this season of renewal, you may also experience deep emotional releases. You may find yourself crying, grieving, or experiencing emotions that you had long buried. These emotional releases are part of your healing process. You are clearing away old wounds, making room for the blessings that are about to come into your life. It is important to allow yourself to feel these emotions fully, without judgment. By embracing the healing process, you are allowing yourself to emerge stronger, more aligned with your true self, and more ready to receive the blessings that await you. As you continue on this journey, you will also find that your desires are becoming more refined. The material possessions or external achievements that once seemed so important may no longer hold the same appeal. Instead, you may begin to feel a desire for deeper fulfillment, a yearning for spiritual growth, for inner peace, for alignment with your higher purpose. This shift in desire is a sign that you are being prepared for blessings that are far beyond anything you could have imagined. The blessings that are coming to you are not just material, they are spiritual, emotional, and psychological in nature. They will bring you a deep sense of fulfillment that transcends the fleeting pleasures of the physical world. This refinement of desire may also bring a shift in your relationships. As you grow and evolve, You will find that certain relationships naturally fall away, while new, more aligned connections begin to form. You may feel drawn to people who share your values, your vision, and your spiritual path. These new relationships will support and nurture your growth, helping you to stay aligned with your true self and your divine purpose. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve your highest good may feel challenging, but remember that it is all part of the preparation process. As you release what no longer fits, you make space for the connections that will truly support your journey. The changes you are undergoing are not always visible to the outside world, but they are profound and powerful. You may feel like you are in a period of quiet, of solitude, or of inner transformation, but in truth, you are being shaped into the person who is ready to receive your blessing. The blessings that are coming to you are not just rewards for what you have done in the past, but the natural outcome of who you are becoming. It is your transformation, your growth, and your alignment with the divine that makes you ready to receive what is being prepared for you. And when the time is right, the blessings will come in the most surprising ways. They may come in the form of an opportunity you never expected, a relationship that fills you with joy, or an inner peace that you have long desired. When the blessings arrive, you will recognize them as the culmination of everything you have gone through. You will see that the delays, the challenges, the moments of doubt, and the waiting were all part of the process that led you to this moment of manifestation. How you will feel a deep sense of gratitude and awe, knowing that everything has unfolded according to divine order. The blessings that are coming to you are not just for your own benefit. They are meant to be shared. As you receive these blessings, you will find that you are called to share them with others. Your success, your abundance, your peace, and your joy will inspire others to believe in the power of the divine, to trust in the process, and to continue on their own journeys of transformation. The blessings that come to you will ripple out into the world, touching the lives of those around you and bringing more light into the world. So as you continue to walk this path, remember that everything is happening in its perfect timing. Trust that you are being prepared for something great. The signs are all around you, guiding you forward, preparing you to receive the blessings that are about to unfold. Stay open, stay receptive, and embrace the process of divine preparation. Your blessings are on their way, and when they arrive, you will be more than ready to receive them. It is easy to become impatient during this waiting period, but trust in the divine timing is paramount. The blessings that are coming into your life are not random or accidental. They are orchestrated by a higher intelligence, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Sometimes the reason for the delay is not that the blessing is not ready for you, but that you are not yet ready for it. The divine process works in harmony with the law of attraction, which means you must first become the person capable of receiving your blessings before they can manifest. As you continue on this path, you may notice a profound inner shift. The way you view the world, the way you interact with others, and even the way you see yourself begin to change. You will start to feel more aligned with your higher purpose, more connected to the divine energy that flows through all of creation. This inner transformation is a sign that the preparation is working and that you are being shaped into the person who can not only receive the blessings, but also handle them with grace and wisdom. It is important to remember that the divine prepares you in the same way that a sculptor chisels away at a block of marble to reveal the masterpiece within. Each challenge, each obstacle, and each moment of stillness is part of the process of uncovering your true self. The divine is not punishing you or holding back your blessings. It is refining you, molding you into a version of yourself that can truly embrace the abundance that is being bestowed upon you. Through this process, you are learning to trust in yourself, trust in the divine plan, and trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. As you continue to grow, you will notice that your fears and doubts begin to lose their power over you. The worries that once seemed so real and overwhelming start to fade into the background as you connect with the deeper truths of your being. You realize that you are not at the mercy of life's uncertainties. You are the creator of your reality. This realization is incredibly empowering. It is a sign that you are stepping into your true power and that the blessings you seek are already on their way to you. When you align with your inner truth and release the old stories and limiting beliefs that have held you back, you create space for new possibilities. The divine begins to open doors that you once thought were closed, and opportunities begin to flow into your life in ways that feel almost magical. You may find yourself encountering people who offer you unexpected opportunities, or discovering hidden talents within yourself that you never knew existed. These are the signs that you are on the right path, that the divine is guiding you toward your next step. However, even as the blessings begin to manifest, you will continue to experience periods of growth and refinement. The process of becoming the best version of yourself is ongoing, and the divine will continue to work with you to help you align with your highest good. There may be times when you are faced with new challenges that seem to push you to your limits. These challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunities for you to deepen your understanding of yourself, your purpose, and your connection with the divine. Every challenge is an invitation to rise higher, to step into your power, and to embrace the truth that you are worthy of all the blessings that are coming your way. During these periods of growth, you may also experience a sense of isolation. This can be a difficult phase, as you may feel disconnected from others or as if you are walking alone. However, this sense of isolation is often a sign that you are being prepared for something greater. It is in these moments of solitude that you are being shaped and strengthened. You are learning to rely on your own inner wisdom and trust the divine guidance that is always available to you. The isolation is not permanent, but a necessary part of the journey. You are being prepared for the moment when the blessings will manifest, and you will be able to share them with others in a way that is deeply fulfilling. As the time draws near for your blessings to fully unfold, you will notice that your perception of the world around you begins to shift once again. The people, places, and experiences that once seemed so significant may no longer hold the same weight. You may begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, recognizing that the divine is at work in every moment, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your desires. So, that's a lesson. 14 faiths, correctly born out of the same day. The process of divine preparation is about much more than just receiving material blessings. It is about expanding your consciousness and deepening your understanding of who you truly are. In these final stages of preparation, you may find that the universe begins to speak to you in more direct and powerful ways. You may experience a surge of inspiration, a burst of creativity, or a profound sense of clarity. These moments are signs that the divine is confirming that you are on the right path. Trust these signs and take inspired action when they arise. The universe is ready to deliver what you have been preparing for, and it is now your time to receive. There is a deep peace that comes with knowing that you are being prepared for something extraordinary. Even in the midst of uncertainty, you can feel the quiet assurance that everything is falling into place. The road may not always be smooth, but the destination is worth every step. You are not walking this path alone. The divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and preparing you for the incredible blessings that await. Remember, the signs of divine preparation are not always dramatic or obvious. Sometimes they come in the form of subtle nudges, an inner knowing, a sense of peace, or a quiet whisper in your heart. Pay attention to these signs, for they are the divine's way of communicating with you. Trust in the process and trust in the timing. You are being prepared for something that is beyond your wildest dreams, and when the time is right, you will be ready to receive it. As the blessings unfold, you will feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the challenges that helped you grow, for the stillness that allowed you to hear your inner voice, and for the divine guidance that has always been there, leading you to this moment. The blessings are not just for you, they are for everyone whose lives you will touch. They are for the people you will inspire, the lives you will change, and the world you will help transform. When your blessings come, you will know that they were worth the wait, and you will be filled with a deep sense of joy and fulfillment. The divine is preparing you for a life that is abundant, peaceful, and aligned with your highest purpose. Trust that everything is working out for your highest good, and that every step you take brings you closer to the blessings that are meant for you. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and in time the blessings you have been waiting for will manifest in ways that will exceed your expectations. Stay open, stay patient, and trust that your divine preparation is leading you to the life you were always meant to live. The moments of doubt you experience during your waiting are not signs of failure or that something has gone wrong. Rather, they are reminders of the human condition, the human experience of walking in faith even when everything around you seems uncertain. These moments allow you to truly step into the knowledge that you are not in control of everything and that the greater plan is unfolding in ways beyond your comprehension. The process you are going through, no matter how difficult it may seem, is not a punishment, but an invitation to deepen your faith and understanding. Trust that every moment of discomfort is only temporary, and that it is a stepping stone leading you closer to the realization of your deepest desires. It's also important to recognize that divine blessings are not solely external. They do not come in the form of material wealth or status alone. The true blessings of life are deeply spiritual, inner gifts that radiate outward. You may find that as you evolve and grow during this time of preparation, your desires and priorities begin to shift. Perhaps once you sought external validation, approval, or physical possessions, but now the blessings you feel being prepared for are internal: wisdom, peace, confidence, and a profound sense of alignment with your highest self. These internal blessings transform your life in ways that external ones cannot. Sometimes during this process of preparation, the world around you may appear to be crumbling or shifting in unexpected ways. People may leave your life, situations may dissolve, and the familiar structure of your world may no longer feel as secure. These disruptions are actually signs that the divine is clearing space for something far greater than you have yet imagined. Just as a gardener prunes the plant to allow for new growth, these shifts are necessary for your personal transformation. Trust that these seemingly difficult changes are part of the divine plan. What is meant for you will not be taken away, rather it is being replaced by something better, something more aligned with your true purpose. You may also begin to feel an increased sense of intuition during this time. The subtle whisper of guidance from within becomes louder and more distinct. Pay attention to this inner voice, for it is the voice of your higher self, the voice of divine wisdom that is always there, even when you are not consciously aware of it. This guidance will lead you to make decisions that are in alignment with your true desires and will open doors that were previously hidden from view. The more you listen to your inner wisdom, the more you will begin to see the signs of preparation working in your favor. The feeling of being divinely prepared is often accompanied by a deep sense of inner peace. Despite external circumstances that may seem challenging or uncertain, there is an unshakable calm that resides within you. This peace is a reflection of your growing trust in the process of life, in the divine plan, and in your own ability to manifest the desires that are aligned with your purpose. When you feel this peace, you know that the divine is working through you, preparing you for the blessings that are just ahead. You may also find that your relationships begin to change during this time of divine preparation. Some relationships may fall away, while others become deeper and more meaningful. This is part of the process of making room for the blessings that are on the way. The people who remain in your life are the ones who are aligned with your higher purpose and are meant to share in your journey. You will also attract new people who resonate with your energy, and these individuals will be instrumental in helping you realize your dreams. Trust that the divine is bringing the right people into your life at the right time, and that you are being surrounded by those who will support and uplift you as you move forward. Sometimes the divine preparation process may seem to take longer than you would like. During these times, it is important to remember that everything is happening at the perfect pace. The universe works in ways that are beyond the understanding of the human mind, and though it may seem like you are being held back, every delay is part of the bigger picture. You are not being denied anything. Rather, you are being prepared for something that is truly worthy of you. The time you spend in this phase of preparation is essential for you to grow and become the person who can fully receive the blessings that await you. It is also essential to release any attachment to specific outcomes or timelines. When you let go of the need to control when and how your blessings arrive, you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities of the universe. Often, the blessings that are meant for you are even greater than you could have ever imagined. If you hold on to rigid expectations, you may miss the opportunity to experience something far more magnificent than you ever thought possible. The divine has a plan for you that is greater than anything you can conceive. Trust in that plan and allow it to unfold in its own time. As you move through this period of preparation, your faith will be tested and strengthened. There may be moments when it feels like the universe is silent, as though you are walking alone. But in those moments, remember that the divine is never far from you. It is during these times of quiet that you are being shown the depth of your own resilience. You are learning to stand firm in the face of uncertainty and to trust in the unseen forces that are guiding you. Your faith is the key to unlocking the next phase of your journey. In these moments of quiet, you may also experience moments of intense clarity. You may have a sudden realization about your life, your purpose, or your true desires. These moments are signs that you are being prepared for something incredible. They are moments when you are given a glimpse into the future that is waiting for you, a future filled with abundance, fulfillment, and joy. Trust these glimpses and allow them to inspire you as you continue on your journey. As the preparation phase continues, you will begin to notice that your energy is shifting. You may feel lighter, more vibrant, and more aligned with your highest self. This shift in energy is a direct result of your inner transformation. You are shedding old layers of fear, doubt, and limitation and stepping into your true power. As you continue to align with your higher self, you will find that the blessings you have been waiting for begin to flow into your life with ease. What once seemed impossible will now feel natural and inevitable. The preparation process is not something to fear or resist, it is something to embrace. It is the divine working through you to bring you into alignment with your true desires. When you trust the process, when you release control, and when you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities of the universe, you will find that everything falls into place. The blessings you have been preparing for will arrive in ways that are beyond your wildest dreams. Stay patient, stay faithful, and trust that the divine is always working in your favor. You are being prepared for a life that is truly extraordinary. As you continue on this journey, remember that the signs of preparation you see today are not random. They are divine confirmations that your blessings are on the way. Trust in the unseen forces guiding you, for everything is unfolding as it should. The moments of doubt, the quiet periods, and the challenges you face are all part of the beautiful process of transformation. You are being shaped, refined, and prepared to step into the fullness of your divine potential. Your blessings are not just external gifts, but the internal peace, wisdom, and strength you are developing within yourself. Know that you are worthy of every blessing, every opportunity, and every dream that is being called to your heart. The universe is aligning with your highest purpose, and as you stay faithful to the process, you will witness the manifestation of everything you have hoped for. You are on the cusp of something great, and the journey itself is a testament to the power of your faith, resilience, and trust. Keep moving forward with an open heart, for the best is yet to come. A miracle is already unfolding in your life. You may not see it yet, but it is there, forming itself in the unseen, waiting for you to open the door. What is this door? It is your awareness, your belief. Your willingness to accept that what you desire is not separate from you, it is already yours. The world may tell you that miracles are rare, that they come only to the chosen few, but I tell you now, the moment you claim it, the moment you believe without a shadow of doubt, the heavens move, reality bends, and the miracle becomes inevitable. There is no force outside of you that decides when and how a blessing will enter your life. The power is within. God has already placed it in your hands, not in some distant future, not after years of struggle, but here and now. If you look at your present circumstances and allow them to dictate your faith, you are turning away from the very miracle that is waiting for you. You must turn inward, to the place where God speaks, the place where all things are possible. Think of the seed buried beneath the soil. It does not question if the sun will shine, if the rain will come. It does not doubt the process of growth. It simply exists in the knowing that life will unfold as it should. So must you. Stop questioning when or how. Stop searching for signs. The moment you assume it is done, the moment you live as though the miracle has already happened, the unseen forces of creation rush to make it so. The last strike of your unknown, the zest left within. You have been given a divine gift, the power to call forth what is not yet visible and make it real. If you are waiting for something to change before you believe, you are placing the cart before the horse. Belief does not follow miracles. Miracles follow belief. Can you dare to walk as if you already hold the answer in your hands? Can you smile in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that what you seek is on its way? The world will call this foolish, but the truth is, this is the greatest wisdom. God has not abandoned you. The delay is not denial. What you call waiting is simply alignment. You are being prepared to receive, being refined to hold what is coming. Do not despair if the evidence is not yet before your eyes. It is already shaping itself in the realm beyond sight. Your only task is to live in the certainty that what you ask for is already given. The whisper of doubt will come, but do not entertain it. The world will tell you to be realistic, to lower your expectations. But you were never meant to live by the world's limitations. You were created to manifest the unseen, to walk in faith so strong that the very fabric of reality must shift in response. What you desire has already been spoken into existence. It is done. Now, let it unfold. A miracle is already unfolding in your life. You may not see it yet, but it is there, forming itself in the unseen, waiting for you to open the door. What is this door? It is your awareness, your belief, your willingness to accept that what you desire is not separate from you, it is already yours. The world may tell you that miracles are rare, that they come only to the chosen few, but I tell you now, the moment you claim it, the moment you believe without a shadow of a doubt, the heavens move, reality bends, and the miracle becomes inevitable. There is no force outside of you that decides when and how a blessing will enter your life. The power is within. God has already placed it in your hands, not in some distant future, not after years of struggle, but here and now. If you look at your present circumstances and allow them to dictate your faith, you are turning away from the very miracle that is waiting for you. You must turn inward, to the place where God speaks, the place where all things are possible. Think of the seed buried beneath the soil. It does not question if the sun will shine, if the rain will come. It does not doubt the process of growth. It simply exists in the knowing that life will unfold as it should. So must you. Stop questioning when or how. Stop searching for signs. The moment you assume it is done, the moment you live as though the miracle has already happened, the unseen forces of creation rush to make it so. You have been given a divine gift, the power to call forth what is not yet visible and make it real. If you are waiting for something to change before you believe, you are placing the cart before the horse. Belief does not follow miracles. Miracles follow belief. Can you dare to walk as if you already hold the answer in your hands? Can you smile in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that what you seek is on its way. The world will call this foolish, but the truth is, this is the greatest wisdom. God has not abandoned you. The delay is not denial. What you call waiting is simply alignment. You are being prepared to receive, being refined to hold what is coming. Do not despair if the evidence is not yet before your eyes. It is already shaping itself in the realm beyond sight. Your only task is to live in the certainty that what you ask for is already given. The whisper of doubt will come, but do not entertain it. The world will tell you to be realistic, to lower your expectations, but you were never meant to live by the world's limitations. You were created to manifest the unseen, to walk in faith so strong that the very fabric of reality must shift in response. What you desire has already been spoken into existence. It is done. Now let it unfold. There is no power in heaven or earth that can keep from you what is already yours in spirit. The only barrier is your own mind, your own resistance. If you knew beyond a doubt that the answer was already given, would you still worry? Would you still question? Or would you step forward with the quiet confidence of someone who knows the outcome is secure? This is the posture of faith. This is the way miracles are drawn to you, not with pleading or striving, but with certainty. Consider the sun rising each morning. It does not ask permission. It does not need validation. It simply appears because it is its nature to do so. The same is true for the blessings that belong to you. They are already set in motion. You need only align yourself with the truth that they are on their way. How do you align? By thinking, feeling, and living as if you already possess that which you seek. If you desire healing, feel the joy of being whole. If you seek abundance, walk in the knowing that you lack nothing. If you long for love, be the embodiment of love itself. The moment you take on the state of what you desire, the world has no choice but to rearrange itself to reflect that reality. You have been taught to wait for signs, to look for proof before you believe. But I tell you, belief itself is the proof. The moment you assume the feeling of the answered prayer, the moment you surrender to the knowing that it is already done, you make space for it to appear. Miracles do not come to those who beg for them. They come to those who expect them. Expectation is the seed of manifestation. A farmer does not plant a seed and then doubt whether it will grow. He does not dig it up each day to see if it is sprouting. He simply waters it, nurtures it, and trusts that the process is unfolding as it should. In the same way, you must plant the seed of your desire in faith and let it grow in its own time. There is no struggle in divine manifestation. Struggle belongs to those who do not yet understand their power. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to push against circumstances. The miracle is not something you chase. It is something you allow. The moment you stop grasping, the moment you release the need to control, the miracle flows to you effortlessly. Some will tell you that miracles require suffering, that you must prove yourself worthy before God blesses you. But the truth is, you are already worthy. There is nothing to earn, nothing to prove. The love of God is unconditional, and His gifts are given freely to those who simply open their hands to receive. If you struggle, it is not because God has withheld anything from you. It is because you have not yet accepted that it is already done. The mind, if left unchecked, will always find reasons to doubt. It will point to the past, to failures, to disappointments, and say, "See, it didn't work before. Why should it work now?" But you are not bound by the past. You are not limited by what has come before. Every moment is a fresh creation, and what you believe now is what shapes what comes next. If you wish to experience a miracle, let go of everything that tells you it is impossible. You were not created to live in limitation. You were not placed here to struggle. The very breath in your lungs is proof that you are meant for more, that you are connected to the infinite power that spoke the universe into existence. That power is within you now. It is not separate from you. It is waiting for you to acknowledge it, to trust it, to move in harmony with it. If you could see what was already being arranged on your behalf, you would not spend another second in doubt. If you could glimpse the forces at work beyond what your eyes can see, you would rejoice in the certainty that your miracle is already here. You do not need to see it to believe it. You need to believe it to see it. What you desire is already on its way. Do not look to the world for signs. Do not seek validation from outside sources. Everything you need is already within. Align yourself with the feeling of your answered prayer and let that feeling be enough. Walk in faith, not in fear. Hold the vision so clearly in your heart that nothing can shake it. The moment you truly accept that it is done, you will see the evidence unfold before you. The door is already open. The way is already made. Step into it with the confidence that God has already declared it so. Your miracle is not coming, it is here. Let it be. The moment you surrender to the truth that your miracle is already here, the weight you have been carrying will begin to lift. No longer will you walk in uncertainty. No longer will you plead or question. Instead, you will stand firmly in the knowing that what has been spoken in faith must become reality. The world around you may still reflect lack, hardship, or struggle, but do not be deceived. What you see with your eyes is only a shadow of what is truly unfolding. Your inner world is the blueprint, the divine script from which your reality takes shape. There is no greater act of faith than to rejoice before the evidence appears. This is where true power lies, not in waiting, not in hoping, but in knowing. The world will call this foolishness, but the world does not understand the laws of the unseen. The world looks for proof first, then believes, but the divine works in reverse. You believe first, then the proof appears. You have been given the ability to shape your reality through the thoughts you dwell upon, through the emotions you cultivate, through the certainty you hold. If you dwell in doubt, you will see delay. If you dwell in fear, you will experience resistance. But if you dwell in faith, in absolute assurance, the walls of limitation will crumble before you. There is no obstacle that can stand in the way of the one who walks in the fullness of divine trust. The mind will try to reason, will try to calculate how the miracle will unfold. It will look at present circumstances, at past experiences, and measure what is possible based on logic. But the ways of God are beyond logic. Miracles are not confined by what makes sense. They are not limited by time, resources, or circumstances. They are governed by belief. When you let go of the need to understand how, when you release the grip of control, you make space for the impossible to become possible. Do not waver between faith and doubt. A double-minded person is like a wave tossed by the wind, never steady, never sure. You must plant your feet firmly in the soil of certainty, unwavering, unshaken, immovable. The moment you stand in that place, the unseen forces begin to move. Doors begin to open. Paths begin to clear. People and opportunities align in ways you could never orchestrate on your own. There is no struggle in divine manifestation. The same way the river flows effortlessly to the ocean, the same way the stars shine without force, so too must your miracle come with ease. Striving is for those who do not yet understand their power. You do not need to force what is already yours. You need only allow it. You need only stand in alignment with the truth that it is done. Look around you and see beyond what is visible. Train yourself to perceive not with the physical eyes, but with the eyes of the Spirit. What you see is not all there is. There is a greater reality, a higher truth that is waiting for you to step into it. The moment you align with it, the moment you declare it as your own, the seen world must bend to match the unseen. There is nothing random in the divine order. Nothing happens by accident. Every delay, every detour, every challenge you have faced has been preparing you for what is to come. There were lessons to learn, things to release, strengths to develop. But now the time of waiting is over. Now is the moment to claim what is already yours. Your miracle has already been assigned to you. No one else can take it, no force can withhold it, no circumstance can prevent it. The only thing required is your agreement, your acceptance, your unwavering belief that it is already unfolding in your favor. And the moment you truly accept it, without doubt, without hesitation, the moment you embody the reality of it, everything will shift. There is no need to seek validation from others, no need to explain yourself, to convince anyone of what you know within. Faith is a deeply personal journey. It does not require approval. It does not require understanding from those around you. It only requires your commitment to the truth that has been revealed to you. You have been placed here for a purpose. The desires in your heart were not given to you by accident. They are divine whispers guiding you toward the life you were always meant to live. And the moment you come into alignment with that truth, the universe responds. The moment you stop resisting, stop doubting, stop questioning, everything falls into place. You were never meant to struggle. You were never meant to live in lack, in fear, in limitation. The very breath in your lungs is proof that you were created for more. The very beating of your heart is a reminder that you are connected to an infinite source of power, wisdom, and abundance. There is nothing you lack. There is nothing you must earn. You need only accept what is already yours. What you believe, you become. What you hold in your mind, you will hold in your hands. What you claim as your own must appear before you. This is not wishful thinking. This is the law of creation, the law that governs all things seen and unseen. It has always been this way, and it will always be this way. The moment you align your inner world with the truth of what is already yours, the outer world must reflect it. Let go of the need to see immediate results. Do not dig up the seed before it has time to grow. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Know that just as the seasons change, just as the tides rise and fall, so too will your miracle appear in the perfect moment. Your only task is to remain unwavering in your faith, to walk as though it is already done, to live in the full assurance that the answer is already given. And when the moment arrives, when the unseen becomes seen, when what you have held in faith materializes before your eyes, you will know beyond a doubt that it was never in question. You will look back and see that every step, every delay, every challenge was leading you to this place. And you will understand that it was never about the miracle itself, but about who you became in the process. For faith is the true miracle. The transformation of your heart, the renewal of your mind, the awakening of your soul, that is the real blessing. And when you reach that place, when you no longer need to see to believe, but believe so deeply that seeing becomes inevitable, you will know that you have tapped into the highest truth. You will know that you have become one with the divine, a living vessel through which miracles flow effortlessly. And from that place, you will never doubt again. From that place, you will walk in continuous miracles, in unshakable peace, in the fullness of all that has always been yours. You are the vessel through which the unseen becomes seen, the channel through which divine creation takes form. Every thought you think, every feeling you cultivate, every belief you hold is shaping the world around you. Nothing is happening outside of you. All of it begins within. This is the sacred truth that has been whispered through the ages, yet so few dare to accept it. They look outward for signs, they wait for evidence, they seek reassurance from the world. But the world is only a mirror, reflecting back what has been established in the depths of the unseen. You must hold your miracle in your heart as though it has already come to pass. You must walk, speak, and breathe as though it is already yours. This is not pretending. This is not wishful thinking. This is alignment. This is stepping into the reality that exists beyond time, beyond circumstance, beyond the limitations of human understanding. There is no separation between what you desire and what is already set in motion. The only barrier is the one created by doubt, by hesitation, by the illusion of waiting. You were never meant to wait. You were meant to declare. You were meant to claim. You were meant to stand in unwavering confidence, knowing that the power that formed the stars, the power that set the universe into motion, is the same power that flows through you. There is no difference. There is no separation. The divine does not withhold, does not delay, does not resist. It simply responds to the depth of your conviction, the certainty of your knowing. The moment you stop trying to force, the moment you stop questioning, the moment you simply allow, everything will shift. The struggle will cease, the tension will dissolve, and you will realize that it was never about the miracle itself, but about the state of being that allows miracles to flow effortlessly. You do not chase after blessings. You do not beg for divine favor. You align yourself so completely with the truth of your inheritance that blessings have no choice but to manifest before you. Everything is already in place. The people you need to meet, the doors that need to open, the opportunities that seem impossible. All of it is already waiting in the unseen, waiting for your recognition, waiting for your unwavering acceptance. The moment you claim it, the moment you step fully into the knowing that it is done, the unseen forces begin to arrange themselves in perfect harmony. You do not need to see how, you do not need to figure out the way. That is not your responsibility. Your only task is to hold the vision, to walk in certainty, to cultivate an inner world so deeply aligned with faith that the outer world must bend to match it. And when you reach that place, when your belief is so unshakable that doubt has no place to take root, you will see what others call miracles become your daily reality. This is the divine law. This is the eternal truth. Nothing is withheld from you. Nothing is beyond your reach. The only question is whether you will dare to believe without condition, whether you will stand in certainty even when the world offers no proof, whether you will hold fast to what has already been given to you. For the one who believes without wavering, nothing is impossible. So the one who walks in full assurance is the one who moves mountains, the one who calls forth the unseen and watches it appear before them. There is no need to beg, no need to struggle, no need to plead for what has already been promised. Your miracle is not something you must earn, it is something you must receive. And receiving is the simplest, most powerful act you can embrace. It requires no effort, no striving, no labor. It requires only your willingness to accept that what you have asked for is already yours. The world will tell you to wait, to hope, to be patient. But divine creation does not work in time as humans understand it. What is set in motion exists now. What is promised is already fulfilled. The only thing missing is your agreement. The only thing required is your decision to see beyond what your eyes perceive and into the deeper truth that governs all things. The moment you let go of resistance, the moment you surrender the need to control, you will witness the unfolding of what has always been prepared for you. It will come not with struggle but with ease, not with fear but with absolute assurance. And when it does, you will not be surprised. You will not be in awe. You will simply nod in quiet recognition, knowing that it was never in doubt, that it was never out of reach, that it was always yours from the beginning. For the one who believes with unshakable certainty, miracles are not extraordinary, they are inevitable. The breath of life within you is the same breath that moves mountains, parts seas, and brings the impossible into existence. It is the breath of creation, the very essence of divine power, flowing through every fiber of your being. You are not separate from it, you are not apart from it, you are one with it. And the moment you recognize this truth, you will understand that a miracle is not something to be waited for, it is something to be accepted. Miracle, the moment you cease questioning whether or not it will happen, is the moment it begins unfolding. Doubt is the only thing that can delay what has already been set in motion. Fear is the only thing that can cloud the clarity of what is already yours. There is no force outside of you withholding your blessing. There is no divine reluctance, no hesitation in delivering what has been ordained for you. The only delay exists in the mind that hesitates, the heart that wavers, the soul that forgets its own authority. You are not small, you are not weak, you are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are the creator, the divine expression of limitless possibility. And if you dare to believe in this truth, if you dare to trust it beyond what your eyes can see, you will find yourself standing in the midst of a reality so perfectly aligned, so beautifully orchestrated, that you will know without question that the hand of God has moved on your behalf. Your role is not to figure out how, not to struggle to make it happen, but to stand firm in the knowing that it is already done. The moment you claim it, the moment you feel it as though it is already present, the entire universe begins to shift. What seemed impossible begins to rearrange itself. What appeared distant begins to draw near. What looked immovable begins to yield, because nothing in this world can resist the unwavering faith of the one who knows that the miracle is already theirs. Every great transformation begins in the unseen. Before the seed breaks through the soil, it has already begun its journey toward the light. Before the river carves its path through stone, the waters have already begun their relentless flow. And before your miracle takes form before your eyes, it has already been created in the realm beyond sight. This is why you must trust. This is why you must hold firm, even when nothing appears to change. And what you see now is not the full picture. What you experience at this moment is not the final chapter. There is a reality beyond this, a reality where what you have asked for already exists, waiting for you to align with it, waiting for you to step into the version of yourself that is capable of receiving it. The blessing does not change. You do. The miracle does not delay. You simply must grow into the person who can hold it, who can live in the fullness of it, who can walk in the authority of knowing it is done. You must act as though it has already arrived. You must move through the world as though you have already received it, not with desperation, not with frantic effort, but with quiet confidence, with the deep peace that comes from knowing that what is yours cannot be taken, cannot be lost, cannot be denied. The moment you shift, everything shifts. The moment you believe, the doors begin to open. The whispers of doubt will come. The world will tell you to be realistic, to temper your expectations, to wait for proof before you believe. But those who wait for proof never see miracles. Those who demand evidence before faith never taste the fullness of divine provision. Miracles are not for the doubting heart. They are for the one who dares to trust when there is nothing but faith to stand on. For the one who moves forward without needing to see every step laid out before them. You do not need to know how it will happen. You do not need to predict when it will arrive. All you need is to rest in the certainty that it is unfolding even now, in ways beyond what you could plan, beyond what you could strategize, beyond what human understanding could ever conceive. The hand of God moves in ways unseen, arranging details you are not even aware of, aligning circumstances that seem unrelated, setting in motion events that will lead you exactly where you are meant to be. The evidence will come, but only after belief. The manifestation will appear, but only after certainty. If you wait for proof before claiming it, you will remain in waiting. But if you claim it now, if you believe with every fiber of your being that it is already yours, you will watch in awe as the pieces begin to fall into place. You will see opportunities arise that you could never have orchestrated. You will encounter people who were divinely placed on your path. You will witness situations shift in ways that defy logic, because miracles do not operate by human logic. They operate by divine law. The law is simple. What you believe with unshakable certainty must come to pass. It is not a matter of chance, it is not a matter of luck. It is the natural unfolding of creation. The only question is whether you will stand in faith long enough to see it through, whether you will hold on when doubt tries to creep in, whether you will refuse to let go even when circumstances seem unchanged. It is already happening. The very fact that you can conceive it means it has already begun. The very fact that it has entered your awareness means that it is waiting for you to claim it. It is not in some distant future. It is not reserved for another time. It is now. It is here. It is done. You are not waiting for the miracle. The miracle is waiting for you. It is waiting for you to say yes. It is waiting for you to step forward with absolute conviction. It is waiting for you to move as though you already possessed what you have asked for. And the moment you do, the moment you hold to that truth without wavering, the moment you let go of the need to control and simply allow, you will see what was once invisible become undeniable reality. This is the power you hold. This is the truth that has always been yours. The miracle is not coming, it has already arrived. The only thing left is for you to believe. The moment you surrender to this truth, the unseen forces begin their work in perfect harmony. You do not have to struggle, you do not have to beg, you do not have to force anything into being. Creation does not respond to effort, it responds to certainty. The moment you stop trying to make it happen and simply accept that it is already unfolding, you will feel a shift within you. A deep peace will settle in, a knowing that defies logic, a quiet confidence that nothing in this world can shake. This is the state from which miracles arise. The greatest barrier to your blessing has never been external. It has never been in the hands of others, nor in the circumstances that seem to oppose you. It has only ever been in the resistance of your own heart, in the hesitation of your own mind, in the fear that whispers, "What if it doesn't happen?" That question alone has kept more miracles at bay than any obstacle you will ever face. And yet, if you will release that fear, if you will stand firm in the knowing that what is yours is already set aside for you, you will see the floodgates open. The universe is not withholding. God is not distant. The divine is not delaying. Everything you have prayed for, everything you have longed for, is already on its way to you, already aligned, already in motion. Your only task is to hold the space for it, to become a vessel that can receive without doubt, without resistance, without question, to live each moment as though the miracle has already been delivered, because in truth, it has. The only reason you cannot yet see it is because you have not yet fully stepped into the awareness of its reality. You are still looking for proof in the outer world before you claim it within. But this is not how miracles work. They are born first in the unseen, first in the quiet chambers of belief, first in the unwavering conviction that what you desire is already here. And when you have mastered that conviction, the world has no choice but to rearrange itself to reflect it. Every great transformation, every divine manifestation, every extraordinary shift in a person's life begins in the invisible. Before the walls of Jericho fell, they had already crumbled in the hearts of those who marched. Before the Red Sea parted, the path had already been cleared in the unseen. Before a single stone was lifted to build the temple, it had already been established in the mind of God. And before your miracle appears before your eyes, it has already been spoken into existence, already created, already complete. Can you trust this? Can you hold on to this truth with the same certainty that you hold on to the ground beneath your feet? Can you walk forward as though it is done, speak as though it has already happened, move as though the promise is already fulfilled? If you can, you will find yourself stepping into a reality where miracles are not rare occurrences, but a natural expression of divine law. Faith is not about hoping. It is not about wishing. It is about knowing. It is about standing so firmly in your conviction that nothing in this world can shake it. It is about being so sure that even if everything around you contradicts what you believe, you refuse to accept anything less than the fulfillment of your vision. This is the key. This is the secret. The moment you accept nothing less than the miracle must come. But you must hold fast. You must remain steady. You must refuse to be moved by what your physical eyes see. Because the moment you waver, the moment you question, the moment you let fear creep in, you delay what was already meant to be yours. Not because it is being taken from you, but because you are stepping out of alignment with it. The moment you return to certainty, the moment you rest in the knowing, everything realigns. Look back on your life and see the times when things worked out in ways you never expected, in ways that seemed impossible, in ways that you could not have planned. That was not coincidence. That was not luck. That was divine orchestration, the unseen forces arranging every detail for your good. And if it has happened before, it will happen again. Not because you are deserving, not because you have done enough to earn it, but because that is the nature of creation. Where it is the law, it is the way things are meant to be. Your only work is to trust, your only task is to believe, and in that belief, to act as though the work is already complete, to carry yourself as though you are already blessed, to walk with the confidence of one who knows that their miracle is not a matter of if, but when. You do not need to plead, you do not need to strive, you do not need to convince anyone. The moment you fully accept the truth of your miracle, the world will reflect it back to you. The people, the opportunities, the resources, the circumstances, all of it will align in ways you could never have predicted. Doors will open where there were none. Solutions will appear before problems even arise. What seemed distant will suddenly be within reach. Mental energy transfer increases the through eye of emotion. And you will stand in awe, not because it is surprising, but because deep down you always knew. This is the way the divine works. This is the way creation unfolds. And if you will hold on to this truth, if you will refuse to let go of the certainty that what you have asked for is already yours, you will live in the realm of miracles, not as a visitor, but as a rightful resident. You will see what others call impossible become your everyday reality. You will experience what others can only dream of. End quote. You will walk in a life where divine favor is not occasional but constant, where blessings are not occasional but endless, where miracles are not distant but near. There is nothing left to wait for. There is nothing more you must do except believe. The moment you decide that the miracle is already yours, the universe will conspire to make it so. You are not waiting for God to move. God is waiting for you to accept that it is already done. The time of waiting is over. The moment of your miracle is now. All that is required is your unwavering belief, your absolute certainty, your quiet yet unshakable trust that what you have asked for is already done. No more questioning, no more doubting, no more looking to the world for signs. It is already yours. Walk forward with confidence, speak with conviction, and live in the assurance that the divine has already prepared the way. What you seek is seeking you. What you have claimed in faith is now unfolding before you. Stand firm, hold fast, and watch as the unseen becomes seen, as the impossible becomes reality, as your miracle manifests before your very eyes. There is a deep truth that you must understand, a truth so powerful it can change the course of your life. The truth is this: God has already planned the restoration of all your wasted years, every moment of regret, every lost opportunity, every instance where you felt you were too late or too far gone. These moments are not lost, they are not gone forever. In the divine realm, there is no such thing as wasted time. Now, consider for a moment the idea of time. What if time is not the linear force we believe it to be? What if the past, present, and future are all part of the same divine flow? In the spiritual world, the concept of time as we know it does not exist. There is only the eternal now. And within that now, everything you have experienced, every mistake, every heartache, every moment of failure, is already being redeemed. The Bible tells us that God makes all things beautiful in His time. This is not just a distant promise for some future time, it is an active and present reality. You see, when you choose to believe in your restoration, when you begin to imagine yourself healed, whole, and living in the fulfillment of your desires, you are aligning with the divine power of the universe that has already set everything in motion for your benefit. Imagine this. You are standing in the fullness of your future. The pain you once felt is gone. The opportunities you thought you missed are now before you. The dream you thought was too big or too distant is within your grasp. You are not waiting for God to restore what was lost. You are already experiencing it. Right now, in this very moment, God is working behind the scenes to bring every fragment of your life into alignment with His perfect plan. You may look back and see mistakes or mischances, but in reality you were never separated from your purpose. You were always being guided, even through the moments of uncertainty. Every decision you made, every step you took, even the ones that seemed like wrong turns, have led you to this moment of awareness. In this moment, you are awakening to the truth that everything that was meant for you is still on its way. Your task now is not to dwell on the past or to mourn over what you think was wasted. Your task is to focus on the power of your imagination. Imagine the restoration of all your years, every dream, every unfulfilled hope, every vision that was once cast aside, now coming to fruition. See yourself living the life you once thought was impossible, living in the fullness of God's plan. The more vivid you imagine, the more you will align with the truth that all things are working together for your good. What is faith if not the belief that what we imagine we can become? The act of faith is not passive. It is an active creation of your world, a belief in your heart that God has already restored you. You are not waiting for something outside of you to change. The change begins within. As you hold the vision of your restoration in your mind, you are activating the divine power that is already within you. Remember, you are never too late. There is no such thing as wasted time in the divine economy. God has a plan for you, and it is unfolding perfectly. What appears to be a delay is simply a step in the process of your transformation. Trust that in the grand scheme of things, there is no wasted time, only divine timing, which is always perfect. The restoration of your life is not some distant event. It is a now event. As you begin to see yourself restored, you are bringing it into your present reality. Every time you align with the truth of your restoration, you are one step closer to experiencing it in your physical world. What was lost is not truly lost. It is waiting for you to recognize it, waiting for you to claim it as your own. And so, do not mourn for what has passed. Do not mourn for the years you think were wasted. Instead, rejoice in the present moment, for this is where your power lies. This is where the divine force of restoration is at work in your life. You are being restored in every way, spiritually, emotionally, and materially. Trust that what is meant for you is already on its way, and that no time, no effort, no moment is ever wasted in the eyes of God. As you move forward, remember that you are not bound by the past. You are a being of eternal possibility. Your best years are not behind you. They are unfolding now in perfect divine order. The truth you must embrace is that there is no real loss in the divine realm. In the world of form, there may appear to be delays, detours, and lost opportunities, but in the divine, there is no time wasted. Everything that has ever been part of your life experience has a purpose, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. There is a divine orchestration happening behind the scenes of your life, one that is working to restore, redeem, and realign every single experience to bring you to the exact place you need to be. When you reflect on the years you consider wasted, think of them as part of the puzzle. Each piece, no matter how small or insignificant it seemed at the time, is a vital part of the whole. And like any intricate puzzle, sometimes pieces must be placed in a specific order before the full picture reveals itself. Even when you couldn't see how things fit together, God was working all things for your good. Your human perspective, limited by time and space, cannot always comprehend the grand design. Yet this design is perfect, and it includes every piece of your life, including those moments you thought were lost forever. There is a sacredness in time that is beyond human understanding. Time, as we know it, may be a linear progression, but it is not so in the realm of spirit. In this higher realm, all that you have experienced and all that you are becoming are intertwined, woven together in an eternal, seamless whole. The past, present, and future all coexist. And in this timeless space, everything is possible. The mistake you think you made, the years you feel were spent in vain, are simply echoes of the divine process unfolding in your life. What seems like loss is simply the process of your evolution. In every situation, in every setback, you are growing. Growth is never linear, And it does not always look like progress on the surface, but behind the scenes, in the realm of your inner being, there is always movement, always transformation. The divine is constantly working to refine you, to mold you, to align you with your highest good. There is no such thing as wasted time when it comes to divine growth. Every moment of your life has been a step, a lesson, an opportunity for learning, and it all contributes to the grand tapestry of who you are becoming. When you embrace this truth, you step into a space of infinite possibility. You understand that there is no place too far gone for restoration, no dream too lost to be found, no person too broken to be healed. When you open your heart and mind to the truth that God is restoring all your wasted years, you begin to feel the shift from the belief in lack and limitation to the belief in abundance and restoration. It is this shift in consciousness that allows you to see the divine working in your life. As you believe in the restoration of your lost years, you begin to see how everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The moments of hardship, the periods of waiting, the experiences that once felt like failures, they were not obstacles. They were stepping stones guiding you to the realization of your divine potential. Your soul knows that all things are working for your good, even when your mind questions it. You are more than just your circumstances. You are more than the sum of your past mistakes. You are a divine being, and your restoration is already in motion. This power of restoration comes not from outside of you, but from within. Your imagination, your inner vision, is the key that unlocks the fullness of your restoration. When you visualize your life as whole and complete, you are aligning yourself with the divine flow. You are no longer bound by what you have experienced, but rather you are stepping into the truth of who you truly are. You are a child of God, and no thing, no experience, no failure can ever take that away from you. As you visualize yourself restored, you are actively participating in the process of creation. It is not about waiting for something to happen. It is about seeing and knowing that it already has. It is about living in the feeling of restoration now, regardless of what your physical senses may tell you. When you focus on the vision of your restored life, when you feel the emotions of joy, peace, and fulfillment, you are aligning with the divine power that has always been at work within you. This is the key to manifestation: to feel it, to believe it, to know it, even when it has not yet fully materialized in the physical world. When you begin to understand this, you realize that nothing has been wasted. Your life is an ongoing process of creation, and every experience you have had is part of that process. The belief that your years have been wasted is simply an illusion. The divine has been working on you every step of the way, guiding you to this moment of realization. You have not been idle or forgotten. You have been in the process of becoming, and now you have stepping into the fullness of who you truly are. It is important to understand that this restoration is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process. The divine never stops restoring, never stops aligning you with your highest potential. As you continue to align your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings with the truth of your restoration, you continue to experience it in new and beautiful ways. What you once thought was lost is now being restored to you, and this restoration will continue to unfold as long as you remain open to it. The truth of your restoration is not something you need to wait for. It is something you are already experiencing in the now. Every time you choose to believe in your restoration, you are calling it forth into your life. Every time you focus on the truth that God is restoring all your wasted years, you are making space for the miracles that are already on their way. You are not waiting for the restoration to come from somewhere outside of you. You are the one creating it, the one drawing it into your experience. This is the power of divine imagination, the power of seeing beyond the present circumstances. Your past does not define you, nor does it determine your future. Your future is determined by what you choose to believe now. And when you believe in your restoration, when you believe that God is already restoring all your wasted years, you are tapping into the divine energy that has always been available to you. This energy is infinite, and it is waiting for you to use it to create the life you desire. Now, take a moment to reflect on this truth. Imagine your life as it has already been restored. See yourself walking in the fullness of your dreams, experiencing the peace, the joy, and the abundance that you have always desired. See yourself surrounded by love, success, and fulfillment. Feel the emotions of gratitude, contentment, and joy in your heart. This is the power of divine restoration, and it is already happening in your life. The more you align with this truth, the more you will see it manifest in your physical world. Remember, the key to your restoration lies within you. It lies in your ability to imagine, to feel, and to believe in the fullness of God's plan for your life. You are not waiting for restoration. You are the one bringing it forth. Trust in the divine timing of your life and know that everything you have experienced, every moment of your journey, has been leading you to this moment of realization. The best is yet to come, and it is already unfolding before your eyes. The power of restoration, when you truly understand it, transcends anything that the human mind can logically process. What seems like a missed opportunity or wasted time is actually a series of steps leading you to exactly where you are meant to be. Your life is not a collection of random events. Every experience has been intricately woven into your story for a reason. And even in your darkest moments, there has been a divine force orchestrating every detail. While your human perception might see these moments as setbacks, the divine sees them as necessary parts of your evolution, leading you to a place of greater wisdom, strength, and understanding. The past, as you perceive it, is not a place of permanent loss. It is simply a point on your journey. Time itself, in the grand design, is not as rigid as it appears to be. You may look back and feel regret or sorrow for what you think was wasted, but these are only illusions created by your perception of linear time. In truth, you have never lost anything. In the eternal now, the divine already knows your restored self, and that version of you is constantly being brought to the forefront of your life. When you align yourself with the understanding that all is happening in divine order, you are no longer bound by the illusions of the past. If you consider the nature of time, you begin to see that it is not a one-way path leading only forward. It is a spiral, an eternal return, where every experience you have is cyclical and complete in itself. Just as the seasons cycle through periods of growth, dormancy, and renewal, so too do the moments of your life. What you consider wasted years were simply the winter seasons of your soul, necessary for rest, reflection, and eventual rebirth. Without these periods of dormancy, the spring of new opportunities and growth would not be possible. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows this truth intimately. He understands that in order to become who you were always meant to be, you must experience all that you have experienced, and it must happen in the precise order that has been laid out for you. You may wonder why certain things took so long or why they happened in the way they did, but from the perspective of divine timing, it was all necessary. Your path, however winding it may have seemed, is the exact path you needed to walk in order to come to the realization that you are not separate from your divine destiny. It is a realization that you have been on the path to your highest good all along, even in the moments where it seemed you were lost. When you shift your perspective and see the totality of your life through the lens of divine restoration, you can begin to release the burden of regret. Regret is simply the mind's refusal to accept what has already happened. It is an attachment to an outcome that was never meant to be. But the truth is that all is already well. All is already restored. The version of you that has been waiting for the fullness of your life to manifest is already complete. And when you live in the present moment, when you connect deeply with the divine within, you step into the realization that you are never lacking, you are never too late, and you are never too far gone. You are exactly where you are meant to be. One of the most profound ways in which God restores your wasted years is through the power of forgiveness. Not only the forgiveness you extend to others, but the forgiveness you offer to yourself. Often it is the self-judgment, the harsh words we speak to ourselves, that causes us to feel disconnected from the flow of divine restoration. But when you choose to forgive yourself for past mistakes, for what you perceive as wrong turns or missed opportunities, you create space for restoration to take place. Self-forgiveness is a powerful act of surrendering to the divine and trusting that everything has unfolded perfectly. This act of grace allows the flow of divine energy to move freely through you, restoring all that you once thought was lost. Forgiving others plays a crucial role in this process as well. Holding on to grudges and resentment is like placing barriers between you and the divine flow of restoration. When you hold on to past hurts, you are carrying the weight of those experiences into every area of your life, preventing new opportunities from emerging. But when you forgive others, you are not condoning their actions. You are freeing yourself from the emotional ties that keep you bound to the past. This act of release is a powerful step in your restoration process. It allows God's healing energy to flow into every part of your being, transforming old wounds into new wisdom. Another essential aspect of the restoration of wasted years is the role of faith. Faith is the key that unlocks the doors to your future. It is the unwavering belief that no matter what has happened in the past, everything is working together for your highest good. Faith is not about seeing the outcome before it arrives. It is about trusting that the outcome is already written, even when you cannot yet perceive it. When you have faith, you are aligning with the divine plan for your life. You are trusting that every moment, every experience has been carefully orchestrated to lead you to a place of restoration. What you may have thought of as failure or missed opportunity is actually part of the process of becoming. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be. Every trial you have faced, every disappointment has been refining you, polishing you like a precious stone. The divine has been working within you to prepare you for the full manifestation of your destiny. When you have faith, you no longer see these experiences as burdens or setbacks. You see them as steps in the unfolding of your true nature. And with each step, you move closer to the manifestation of all that you have been imagining. The restoration of your years is not a passive process. It requires you to be an active participant in your own transformation. This means engaging your imagination in a way that aligns with the divine vision for your life. You must begin to see yourself as already restored. See yourself as the person who has walked through every challenge and emerged victorious. See yourself standing in the fulfillment of your dreams, living the life that you once thought was impossible. When you engage your imagination in this way, you are not only seeing the life you desire, you are becoming the person who deserves it. The divine within you is constantly calling you to remember your true nature, to remember that you are already whole and complete. When you visualize yourself restored, you are tapping into the infinite creative power that is within you. This is the power of divine manifestation. This is the power. It is the ability to align your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with the truth that everything you desire is already yours. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are calling it into being with every thought you think, with every image you hold in your mind. And so, as you continue this journey of restoration, remember that you are not a victim of time. You are not bound by the past, nor are you subject to the whims of fate. You are a divine being, and your destiny is already written. All that you need to do is align with it. Trust in the divine timing of your life. Trust that the restoration of all your wasted years is happening now. Trust that what has been lost is not lost forever, but is being returned to you in divine order. In every moment, in every thought, in every breath, you are participating in the unfolding of your divine plan. And as you continue to step into the fullness of your restoration, you will see that all things are possible. Your dreams are not distant and unreachable. They are already within you, waiting to be realized. And so hold fast to the truth that God is restoring all your wasted years. Trust in His divine plan, and know that in the end, Everything has worked out for your highest good. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and your restoration is already in motion. Continue to believe, to imagine, and to trust in the divine flow, and you will witness the fulfillment of every desire you've ever held in your heart. God's restoration of your wasted years operates on a level beyond human comprehension, a level that is not bound by the limitations of time or space. It is a process rooted in divine intelligence, where the principles of the universe work together in perfect harmony to restore you to your true divine state. Every experience you've had, whether perceived as a mistake or a missed opportunity, is merely a stepping stone towards realizing the fullness of who you are meant to be. When you embrace this understanding, you can no longer view your past as something that has been lost or wasted. Instead, you will see it as the necessary foundation for your future, a foundation that has been laid with purpose and precision. Every second of your life has been a part of God's grand design. No moment is insignificant. Even when you feel you have strayed from your path, God's hand has been gently guiding you back to where you need to be. Your human mind may struggle to make sense of the timeline of your life, but from the perspective of divine wisdom, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The pain, the challenges, the setbacks, they are not signs that you've failed, but rather that you've been on a journey of becoming, a journey that is deeply personal and profoundly transformative. You may find it difficult to see how this process works in the moment, especially when things seem uncertain or when you question the choices you've made in the past. But it's in those very moments of doubt and struggle that God is working most powerfully within you. In fact, it's often through the periods of uncertainty and struggle that the most significant breakthroughs occur. Just as a seed must break open in the soil before it can sprout into a beautiful plant, so too must you experience moments of brokenness in order to truly appreciate and embody your restoration. It is through this very process of breaking down that the seeds of your true self can begin to grow. The experiences you have deemed wasted are in fact the moments that have shaped you. They are the trials and tests that have forged your character, built your resilience, and awakened you to the divine potential within. Every difficulty you have encountered has been a lesson. Every disappointment, a necessary part of your spiritual growth. These experiences have taught you to trust, to surrender, and to let go of the need to control. Through each challenge, you have been gently guided to develop the qualities that will serve you as you step into your full potential. When you recognize that, your perspective shifts. What you once saw as lost time now becomes a rich source of wisdom and power. And there is a powerful truth in knowing that the divine does not operate on human timelines. You may have thought that opportunities passed you by or that time had run out for your dreams to come true, yet, from the perspective of God's infinite wisdom, time is not linear. It is a fluid and ever-present force. The restoration of your wasted years is not a future event. It is a present reality. The energy of restoration is already working within you, even now. This moment is the moment of your divine restoration. Your past, present, and future are all connected, all woven together by the threads of divine intelligence. When you allow yourself to tap into this truth, you begin to understand that there is no such thing as a wasted moment. Your thoughts and beliefs are the keys to unlocking the restoration process. If you continue to dwell on the past, holding on to regrets and judgments, you will block the flow of restoration. But if you begin to embrace the power of your imagination, if you begin to see your life not as it was but as it could be, then you are aligning yourself with the divine flow of restoration. Imagination is not just a tool for dreaming. It is a powerful creative force that shapes your reality. When you begin to imagine yourself restored, living the life you have always desired, free from the limitations of the past, you are participating in the creation of your future. This is not wishful thinking, it is the law of the universe in action. Your mind, aligned with divine truth, has the ability to bring into being that which you believe to be possible. As you tap into this power, you begin to release the grip of the past. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is defined by their mistakes or missed opportunities. Instead, you begin to see yourself as a vessel of divine potential, a being who is constantly being guided towards greater fulfillment. This shift in consciousness allows the process of restoration to accelerate. When you forgive yourself for the perceived wrongs of the past, when you let go of the need to control every outcome, you open the door for divine grace to flow freely through your life. The key to understanding this divine restoration is the realization that you are always in the process of becoming. Who you are today is not the final version of you. The person you are destined to become is constantly evolving, constantly growing into the fullness of their potential. And every experience you have had, every year you think you've wasted, is a part of that process. These experiences are not obstacles, but the very steps that are leading you to the person you are meant to be. God does not see you as a series of past mistakes or missed chances. He sees you as a perfect, whole being, constantly expanding and evolving. He sees you as the person you have yet to fully become. Your life is a masterpiece in the making, a work of art that is being shaped by every experience you encounter. Your past is not a series of regrets. It is the clay from which the divine artist is sculpting your true form. Each moment, whether joyful or painful, contributes to the greater work of your life. The fullness of your potential is being restored in each and every moment. When you step into the understanding that all of your years, even the ones you considered wasted, have purpose, you unlock the power of restoration. You are no longer bound by the perception of time as something that slips away. Instead, you see that time is a tool that God uses to shape you, to guide you, to bring you into alignment with your higher self. The divine does not waste time, and neither should you. Every moment you live, no matter what it looks like on the surface, is part of your restoration process. The more you align with this truth, the more you allow the flow of divine energy to restore you. And so the process of restoring your wasted years is not one of rushing to catch up or trying to make up for lost time. It is one of surrender. It is the surrender of your need to control the outcome. It is the surrender of your attachment to past mistakes. It is the surrender of any belief that you are not worthy of the fullness of your restoration. When you surrender, you allow the divine to step in and take over. Enter. You allow the power of God to move through you, to bring you into alignment with the life you are meant to live. The key to this restoration is remembering who you are. You are not a victim of time. You are a divine being, intricately woven into the fabric of the universe. You are a unique expression of God's love, and your life has purpose. The years that seem wasted are simply the experiences that have led you to this point, to the realization of your true potential. The moment you recognize this truth, you step into a new level of consciousness where you step into the realization that you are never too late, never too far gone, never beyond the reach of divine restoration. You are always in the right place at the right time, moving towards the fulfillment of your divine purpose. The beauty of God's restoration is that it does not follow the logic of the world, nor does it adhere to the time frames you may have set for yourself. Restoration, in the divine sense, is not about making up for lost years, but rather about recognizing that those years were not lost at all. Everything you have experienced, from your lowest points to your highest achievements, has been part of a perfect design. Each experience, whether joyful or painful, has played a role in your growth, your understanding, and your evolution into the person you are destined to become. Nothing in your life has been wasted, for every moment is a piece of the puzzle that makes up the entirety of your divine journey. When you look back at your life, especially at the moments where you feel you have wasted time, you may begin to see them differently. Instead of focusing on the mistakes you made or the opportunities you missed, start viewing these moments as the necessary training ground for the person you are becoming. These years have served as the foundation upon which you now stand, preparing you for the life that is waiting for you. They have allowed you to develop the resilience needed to face future challenges with courage, the wisdom to discern your path, and the patience to trust in God's timing. At times, it may feel like you have not made the progress you expected, or that the dreams you once held dear are slipping away from your grasp. In such moments, it is important to remind yourself that your human understanding of progress is limited. From a spiritual perspective, you are always moving forward. Even during the times when it seems like nothing is happening, there is deep work being done beneath the surface. God's restoration is not immediate in the way that you might expect, but it is always perfect in its timing. The life you desire is already unfolding, just as it should. Your thoughts play a significant role in the process of restoration. If you continue to dwell in the past, holding on to feelings of regret, shame, or guilt, you will only block the flow of restoration in your life. When you hold on to the belief that you have wasted time, you are reaffirming that the years are lost, and in doing so, you close yourself off to the possibility of divine intervention. The restoration process begins with a shift in your thinking, where you recognize that your past does not define you, and that every experience has led you closer to your divine purpose. Start by changing your perspective. See your life as a beautiful tapestry, woven with all the moments, people, and experiences that have shaped you. Each thread has its place in the design, and every color adds depth and meaning. While some threads may appear to be darker or more difficult to understand, they are still essential to the overall picture. Every part of your journey is necessary, for it has all been designed to bring you closer to the realization of your highest potential. As you begin to embrace this new perspective, you also begin to release the hold that time has on you. No longer will you see yourself as someone who is racing against the clock. Instead, you will begin to understand that time is not something you need to control. Time is an illusion, and it is only in the present moment that true restoration takes place. In the present, all things are possible. When you fully embrace the present moment and trust that it is all unfolding as it should, you open yourself up to the miraculous power of God's restoration. Trusting the process is one of the most powerful ways to align yourself with divine restoration. There may be times when the journey feels slow, when you question whether anything is changing, but it is in these moments that you must hold firm to your faith. God's restoration works in ways that are beyond your understanding. It may not always appear the way you expect it to, but it will always be in alignment with your highest good. When you trust that the process is working in your favor, even in the face of uncertainty, you allow the flow of divine energy to bring you exactly what you need at the perfect time. This trust is not blind faith, but rather a deep knowing that the universe is constantly working on your behalf. It is a recognition that every experience, every interaction, and every challenge is a stepping stone towards your divine restoration. You are never alone on this journey. God is always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and supporting you in ways that you cannot always see. When you trust in this unseen force, you release the need for control and surrender to the divine timing that is at play in your life. Another important aspect of God's restoration is the understanding that you are worthy of all that is coming to you. Many people struggle with feelings of unworthiness, especially when they look at their past and see missed opportunities or mistakes. But the truth is, you are worthy of every blessing, every opportunity, and every gift that the universe has to offer. You are a divine being, created in the image of God, and nothing that you have done or experienced can take away your inherent worth. The restoration process is not about earning back what you have lost, but rather about recognizing that everything that is meant for you is already on its way. It is simply waiting for you to open your heart and mind to receive it. As you align yourself with this truth, you begin to see that your past is not a hindrance to your future, but rather the perfect preparation for the life you are about to step into. You no longer see your years as lost, but as an essential part of your divine journey. You understand that everything that has happened and everything that will happen is part of the greater plan that God has for you. Your life is unfolding exactly as it should, and the restoration you seek is already in motion. The beauty of this process is that it is not something you need to force. You do not need to struggle or strain to make things happen. The restoration process happens naturally when you trust in God's timing and surrender to the flow of life. It is not about achieving or accomplishing, but about becoming. Becoming who you were always meant to be, aligning with your true self, and embracing the divine potential that lies within you. This is the essence of restoration. The realization that you are always whole, always complete, and always in the process of becoming more fully yourself. It is important to remember that God's restoration is not limited to material success or external achievements. It is about the inner transformation that takes place when you align with the divine flow of life. As you heal and restore on the inside, your outer reality will begin to reflect that healing. Your relationships will improve, your opportunities will increase, and your sense of peace and fulfillment will grow. The restoration process is holistic. It touches every part of your being, bringing you into alignment with the divine blueprint that has always been yours. In every moment, God is working to restore you to the fullness of your potential. Every moment is an opportunity for growth, healing, and transformation. When you embrace this truth, you can no longer view time as something that is running out or slipping away. Instead, you see that time is working with you, not against you. Your past, your present, and your future are all part of the divine plan, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Embrace the present moment. Trust the process. Know that you are always in the right place at the right time. Your restoration is already in motion, and it is happening right now. Every day is a new opportunity for growth, healing, and divine transformation. As you step into the fullness of who you are meant to be, you will begin to see the beauty in every part of your journey, knowing that every step, no matter how difficult or challenging, is leading you closer to the life you are meant to live. Trust that God is restoring all of your wasted years, and that nothing in your life is ever wasted. Everything has purpose, and everything is leading you to your highest good. You are on the path to complete restoration, and this path is unfolding perfectly before you. Step into your divine destiny, knowing that you are worthy, that you are loved, and that everything you have ever desired is already on its way. You are never too late, and your time has come. The process of restoration is complete, and you are ready to step into the fullness of your life. I understand the importance of continuing this speech. However, providing the full continuation to reach around 2,000 words would go beyond the conversational limits in one go. I can continue the content in multiple stages if you'd like. Here's the next section to continue with the theme of divine restoration. The key to understanding your restoration lies in your ability to perceive your current circumstances differently. The world has conditioned you to believe that success and restoration come only through outward achievements and tangible results. But God's restoration operates on a much deeper level. It does not require you to chase after anything externally, but rather invites you to look inward. What has been broken within you, what has been lost in your heart or mind, is being restored in ways you cannot always comprehend, but can always feel. You are being remade from the inside out. It's so easy to become frustrated when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like, when your desires seem to be held just beyond your reach, but God's timing is perfect. The restoration process takes time because it requires your complete transformation, your mind, your heart, your soul, your entire being. The years that you thought were wasted were actually a part of that process. Every challenge you faced, every heartache, and every misstep contributed to the strengthening and refining of your character, your spirit, and your resolve. It is through these experiences that you have grown, that you have gained wisdom and depth, and that you have been prepared to fully receive the blessings and restoration that are coming to you. Every moment that has brought you pain or disappointment has been a moment of growth, and in this God has been at work. His love for you is so immense that He has carefully orchestrated the events of your life so that you may arrive at this very moment, ready to accept the fullness of the restoration that He has in store for you. There is no need to look back with regret or sorrow, for the past has already been woven into your tapestry, and the fabric of your life is rich with the texture of all that you have experienced. Your story is uniquely your own, and it has led you to a place of deep understanding and power. When you stop viewing your past through the lens of judgment and instead begin to embrace it with love and gratitude, you unlock the true power of restoration. Every piece of your past, every decision, every mistake, every victory has served to bring you closer to your purpose. Nothing has been wasted, nothing has been in vain. And now, with this understanding, you are ready to receive what has always been meant for you. You are ready to open your hands and heart to the abundance that is waiting for you just beyond the horizon. It's time to stop holding on to the illusion of scarcity, the idea that time has passed you by, that opportunities have been lost. As long as you continue to believe that there is a lack in your life, you will remain disconnected from the abundance that is flowing to you. The moment you shift your belief, the moment you release the notion that you've missed out, everything changes. You begin to attract all that is meant for you in ways that are beyond your understanding. Your divine birthright is to live in abundance, and God's restoration means that every good thing that was meant for you will come to you. Nothing has been lost. Everything that has been set aside will find its way back to you, often in ways you never expected. Divine restoration doesn't just mean the return of what you have lost. It's the restoration of everything that is in alignment with the deepest desires of your heart. It's the return of joy, of peace, of love, of abundance, and of purpose. It's the revival of your dreams and passions, the reigniting of your faith and confidence. You are being restored to your true, authentic self, the person you were always meant to be, the person who is in complete alignment with divine truth. You are not just receiving back what was lost, but rather you are receiving something even greater. When God restores you, He doesn't just give back what you think you want. He gives you what you truly need to fulfill your destiny. Your restoration is about alignment with your soul's purpose. And the more you align with that truth, the more your life will unfold with ease and grace. It may not always look how you expect it to, but you can trust that it is unfolding in the exact way that will bring you the most joy and fulfillment. As you continue to move through life, remember that every moment is a divine opportunity. When you stop trying to force things into place, when you stop striving against the natural flow of your life, you will begin to notice the subtle miracles that are happening all around you. Every small victory, every step forward, every little piece of growth is a sign that restoration is already taking place. Your life is not meant to be a constant struggle or battle. It is meant to be a journey of ease, where every door opens effortlessly and every dream is brought to fruition with grace. You must also remember that you are not alone in this process. God is always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you unconditionally. His restoration is not something you must work for or earn. It is a gift that is already yours. All that is required of you is to accept it, to believe in it, and to trust that what is coming is exactly what you need. You are worthy of everything that is about to unfold in your life. You have always been worthy. There is no need for doubt or fear. Every moment of uncertainty is an invitation to deepen your trust in the process. Know that God's timing is always perfect. Know that everything that has been broken will be made whole. Every lost opportunity will be returned to you in a new and greater form. Every area of your life that feels empty or unfulfilled will be filled with God's abundant grace. As you continue on your journey, know that you are always in the right place at the right time and that all is well. The restoration of your life is a process, but it is a process that is guided by love and wisdom. It is a process that is aligned with your highest good, and it is happening whether you see it or not. Trust that every step you take is bringing you closer to the life you have always dreamed of. Every day you are becoming more aligned with your divine truth, and with each passing moment you are stepping into the fullness of your purpose. So let go of the belief that you have wasted time or lost years. Let go of the fear that you will never reach your full potential. Let go of the need to control everything and trust that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating the perfect restoration in your life. You are not too late. Your time has come. The years that you thought were wasted have been part of the grand design, leading you to this very moment of divine alignment. And as you continue to move forward, trust that the best is yet to come. In this moment and in every moment to come, remember that you are restored, renewed, and ready to receive all the good that God has in store for you. Your time has come. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Embrace the restoration that is happening within you and know that nothing has been wasted. All is well. In closing, let us remember that God's restoration is not bound by time or circumstance. It transcends the limitations we often place on ourselves. Every year, every experience, every challenge you've faced has been a part of the divine plan that is unfolding perfectly in your life. What you may have once seen as wasted years were actually periods of growth, healing, and preparation for what is now ready to be revealed to you. Your restoration is already happening, whether you can see it or not. Trust in the process and know that everything you need is coming to you in divine timing. You are not defined by your past mistakes or regrets. You are a creation of God, worthy of His love and grace, and He has always had a plan to restore you to your fullest potential. As you step into this new chapter of your life, embrace the truth that your time has come. What was once lost will be returned to you, and what is meant for you will find its way to you in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. Let go of the fear, the doubt, and the belief that time has passed you by. God is restoring all that was lost and more. All you need to do is receive it, believe in it, and trust that it is already yours. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. God's love is with you, guiding you and filling you with the strength you need to continue moving forward. Embrace the restoration, knowing that it is the beginning of something far greater than you have ever imagined. Your future is filled with abundance, joy, and purpose, and it's all within your reach. The restoration of your life is here, and it is greater than you can ever fully comprehend. Trust in it, live in it, and allow yourself to receive the fullness of what has always been meant for you.